Hey, what's going on YouTube and comic book fam? Welcome back to Comic Talk. I apologize for the lull last week, but as a gamer, as you can tell, PS5 came out on Thursday and we were wrapping up coverage, preview coverage, and then this whole week been doing PlayStation 5 coverage over on twitch.tv/ThereCanBeOnlyVaughn. So there was no Comic Talk last Wednesday on the 11th on Veterans Day, Armistice Day around the world, of course. So here we are, Wednesday, November 18th, with our massive stack of books. We got a lot to show you. We're going to go through these as quickly as possible, so we're not here too long talking about these books. For some of these books, you definitely need to check out. So first up, as always, we got our Independence. We got to keep up with the video game hype. We got issue 2, Life is Strange, Partners in Crime. I actually really like this book. If you're a big fan of these the video games, this alternate storyline that the characters are going through is fantastic. All the characters from the original game are featured in the book, and it's, of course, when you're dealing with time travel, there's alternate timelines. So that's a little preview into reading that book. I highly suggest checking it out. Moving over to Dark Horse, we have issue 2, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. There's a cover for you there. Song of Glory, another video game adaptation. I got sold on this book today from IDW because it was a horror book, deep sea underwater horror, Sea of Sorrows. We picked up the variant cover here. Very pretty book. Can't wait to dig into that. I love horror comics. And speaking of horror comics, moving over to Boom, Something is Killing the Children, issue number 12. Probably the hottest independent book out right now. All the covers, all the variant covers, it's just well written. James Tynion IV just killing it. So we also had to pick up one of the variant blank covers here. Again, I want to pick up some blank variant covers because I got people that can draw on these books for me, and I think it would be so sick to have their artwork featured on some of these books. And of course, because I'm really digging all the variant covers for this book, this is one of my covers of the week by Peach Momoko for Something is Killing the Children. So moving over to Image here, we have Big Girls issue number 4. This might potentially be my last issue I pick up of Big Girls. I do like the premise, but some books have to be cut. Kudos to Jason Howard for crafting a comic by himself, writer and artist. Stuff that you can do at Image, and he's killing it. Absolutely. Here's one book that everyone should be reading if you definitely like your horror stuff. Ice Cream Man. This is issue 21. This book is fantastic. It's almost getting to the point where, like, you know, people are afraid of clowns, and clowns aren't supposed to be terrifying, right? The Ice Cream Man is absolutely not supposed to be terrifying, but you hear that you know, that music coming down the street, and it's just you put like some ominous tones around it. Yeah, you can absolutely make it a horror thing, and by far that book is fantastic. Keeping up with tradition here at Image, Walking Dead Deluxe issue 3. Of course, we're going to be picking up each and every single one of these. They're putting the entire series back out in color, so I want them. This book is fantastic. It's always been one of my favorites, and now it's in color. Absolutely picking up each issue. That was the Arthur Adams variant cover, and we also got, I believe this is the Charlie Adler covers here for issue number 3. So this one's issue 3 variant there. A couple more Image books here. We have Stillwater issue number 3. We're continuing on the horror line here. The Mysterious Town Where Nobody Can Die. How did this one guy end up in this town? I don't know. You got to read this book. It's really good. Chip Zdarsky thought he was a comedian, like a comic or a funny book writer, but this guy's got some really good writing chops. Check out that book. It's fantastic. Commanders in Crisis issue 2. We're going to see what's going on with this book here. I didn't really particularly like the first issue, so based on how this book is, we'll see if it's on the chopping block or not. Usually when a book has a bunch of variant covers, there's a lot of hype around it, so you kind of want to see what everyone's talking about. Wasn't impressed, but we'll see what happens with issue 2. And a couple more Image books here. I thought we were almost done. We have the 25th anniversary commemorative edition of The Darkness, one of my favorite books as a kid growing up. I think it doesn't age very well in my opinion, but it's still a part of my childhood, so I still absolutely love this, and I absolutely love Witchblade. So 25th anniversary variant cover by Mark Silvestri himself. So we picked that up, and this one was interesting. 7 to Eternity is back, guys. Rick Remender's story. This book is hot. Was hot. Issue 1 going for about $55-$75 range. For cover A, mind you. B and C are about in the $20 range, and then I had to pick up a variant cover as well for 7 to Eternity. Hey, if they're making variant covers, artwork looks sick. Absolutely. So now we're on to DC finally. I picked up this one. It was in a back issue bin of comic books my LCS picked up in a sale. So he had some Gotham City Sirens, but this is one of the issues I was missing. Issue 12 here. A little bit more than cover price, but worth it because it's an absolute amazing story, and Harley, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, you can't go wrong. So moving over to actual proper DC stuff, we have Rorschach issue number 2. This is the Peach Momoko variant cover. We have the normal one as well somewhere in here. And then Justice League 57. Continuing the death metal tie-in for the Justice League, or the future. Death Metal issue number 5. I mean, they're going all out. Capullo and Snyder are going all out. Capullo just tweeted about going ham. He's a little behind on the final issue, issue 7, but he's pulling all-nighters to make sure that it's the sickest comic you'll read ever, and I'm excited for that. And then we have a variant Stanley Art Germ Lau cover for Death Metal 5. Jenny Frison doing some Catwoman work, issue 27 cardstock variant. I posted this on Instagram the other day. Love this cover. These cardstock variants, man, they're going out of their way to the point where DC is catching. They know that variants sell, so the variant covers are $1 more than cover price. Batman 103. I mean, look at these cardstock covers, man. Absolutely gorgeous. And cap off DC here, we have Nightwing 76. Dick is back. All right, now to finish off with some Avengers, we have a second printing for issue 36. This one was hot because Black Panther was on the cover, and a big storyline because, of course, you know, the passing of Chadwick was a big deal at the time too, so everyone was buying first printing 36 of Avengers, so they made a second printing there. Had to pick it up. Moving over to Venom, we have a 4th printing of issue number 27, so we're trying to collect all the printings as we can. I think there's a couple that I did miss, but the ones that do stand out, I definitely want to be picking up. And then issue number 30, of course, continuing that storyline. We got 1 month until Noel shows up. King in Black, it's already happening. We got some King in Black tie-ins out this week too, on top of that. And then variant cover there, Ryan Stegman Venom cover price variant, mind you. Captain America issue number 25. It's an anniversary issue, of course. Any of the 25 I usually tend to pick up even if I'm not reading the book itself. So this is Alex Ross, perfect Captain America cover there. Always captures Cap so well. Alex Ross is one of the best, guys. Fantastic Four 27. Oh, 26, excuse me. Honestly, Fantastic Four is killing it right now. I'm so happy to be picking it back up. I've always been a Fantastic Four fan, and I'm just, it's crazy that these books don't sell, but it's, you know, it's Marvel's first family, and they've always had the right writers on that book. So I really do hope more people check it out. I'm putting it out there right now. Read Fantastic Four. Moving along, issue 40 of Immortal Hulk. Gotta be honest, I don't see what the appeal is with Immortal Hulk right now. I know a lot of people really love this book. I'm giving it a chance still. Maybe the next storyline it picks back up again. This last one, I wasn't really feeling it. Issue number 3 of Juggernaut. I really don't have nothing to say about this, but you know, Juggernaut has been a fan favorite villain, childhood villain of mine, so he's kind of like a pseudo anti-hero now, I guess. But yeah, if you like Juggernaut, check that book out. I thought this one was pretty neat. Marvel Voices Indigenous Voices #1. It is Native American month, the month of November, so they put out this Indigenous Voices book, and they've been doing these variant covers, which I've shown in past comic talks, of these totems that they've made for all the Marvel books, which has been really cool. So you got Danny Moonstar there, Mirage, you got some Warpath action, and what's awesome about this is that they found, you know, Indigenous people to write and draw this book. So shout out to all our Native American friends and celebrating their month here in November. Continuing on, we have Spider-Woman issue number 6. They're out in some future timeline that Carol, oh no, actually that's the Captain Marvel book. You get confused because Carol's on the cover there, but actually can't remember what they're doing. They're going on some sort of space adventure, obviously, so they just wrapped up the previous storyline too, so. All right, here we go. King in Black Symbiote Spider-Man. Told you. Here's the first one of 5. He's arriving. Noel is on his way, so we had to pick up Symbiote Spider-Man issue number 1. On top of that, we picked up a variant cover as well. We'll see how well this King in Black storyline is, and if people are going after these books. You never know. Every time there's a big event like this, like last War of the Realms is a big example where Agents of Atlas became this huge. They had like 8 or 9 new characters, so that's a very, very big spec book. Something can happen also in King in Black for some of the tie-in series, so you got to keep an eye out on those books. We have a couple of Ten of Swords books this week. Part 17 is X-Force 14. I wish I could speak more about this series. I'm personally digging it so far, but I am like 5 issues behind, so I got to catch up. Hellions issue number 6. This is the variant, part 18. And then part 19, Cable issue number 6. So Cable is one of the 10 champions chosen on the X-Men side, so that's why he's been prominently featured in this storyline. We have the final, I believe this is the final issue of this mini-series here, Spider-Man Noir. Always a fan of the Noir series, and Spidey, of course. And to finish it off, we have Amazing Spider-Man issue 53, Last Remains. Peter continues his fight with Kindred. Dark series right now. I'm really digging this Last Remains story. Even the LR books. The LR books are just following the other Spider heroes and Mary Jane as she returns to New York. Spider-Man meeting his match, but like legit, this is a very, very dark take on what's happening between him and Kindred. Absolutely love it. And this week we had 2 comic book covers of the week because we had to hype up. Of course, I'm wearing all the PlayStation merchandise, right? Miles Morales Spider-Man dropped on PS4 and PS5 this past Thursday, and they're doing tie-in variant covers for the game in celebration. So we had to pick up Amazing Spider-Man variant issue 53 featuring our boy Miles Morales. And that's it, friends. That is the comic book pull list for Wednesday, November 18th. Wow, that was a lot of books, guys, but I'm really, really excited to dive into all these stories, just soak in all the art. I can't tell you enough how much I enjoy this hobby. I hope you guys enjoyed the books that I selected. If there's other books on the market that I should be reading, let me know. There's sometimes a lot of the independent stuff I do miss out on, or even the main stories. There might be a Marvel book or DC series that you really, really enjoy that I'm not reading that I should check out, so just let me know. Drop a comment, leave a like on the video. Join the Discord. We have a comic channel in there as well, so we have a lot of other community members who post their picks and their pickups each and every week. So until next time, thank you very much for tuning in. Top Guy out. We'll see you in the next one.